Are you ready for Dune Awakening launch? Before we start on the 5th of June, let's go over a few things you might not know or need more info on. Hi, I'm Becs and love all things Dune Awakening. If this sounds like your sort of thing, then make sure you subscribe as there's a lot more coming. Right, let's jump in. There are 3 different versions that you can buy of Dune Awakening: the Standard, Deluxe and Ultimate. Standard Edition gets you the base game and the Terrarium of Muad'Dib, which is a cosmetic for your base. Deluxe Edition gets you the same plus Sunset Dice set for gear, a 5-day head start, so you'll be able to play from the 5th of June, the Season Pass, and an armor set. Out of all of these, this is for a semi-casual player, and I would recommend this version for the head start and the Season Pass. Ultimate Edition is the same as before, plus the Sandbike swatch, the Ornithopter swatch, and a building set which looks amazing. The original Dune 2021 film still suit cosmetic, plus a digital art book and soundtrack. This version is for people who are diehards and really plan to put in the time and effort with this game. I played with a few of my community members during the beta weekend, and they were so hooked that they pre-ordered the Ultimate version, ready for launch. If you're interested in buying any of these editions, please consider doing so with my link, which you can find in the description below. This does not cost you anything extra, and it helps out the channel to continue making content. Respect the worm, or be swallowed by it. So last time I spoke to you about Dune coming to consoles. However, unfortunately, I have some slightly bad news regarding that. For those who were excited to play on consoles this year, since the release for PC is the 10th of June, you might be waiting a while. I had a deep dive into the Reddit AMA where Funcom confirmed consoles, but they're aiming for it to be released by the end of 2026. I'm quite sad about this, as to be honest, it's such a long time away. I can't help but feel console players will be left out as PC takes priority. During the beta weekend, I had a ton of community members asking about consoles, and I told them that I hoped it would come soon. End of 2026 though? That's a really long time, and honestly, by this wording, I'm assuming Funcom aren't remotely ready with porting the console version. My guess is they want to make sure that the PC is pretty much smooth as possible before they focus on consoles next. Many people are asking about servers, such as why we're capped at 40 people per Hagen Basin server, and will there be private servers? Will there be queues on launch? First things first, 40 players. This is the current cap for the beta weekend that we just played. However, Funcom have said in their AMA that this limit is not final, and they are continuously trying to optimize to increase this. So this could change on launch or post-launch, but we don't know for sure, as Funcom haven't ruled anything out. Unfortunately, devs confirmed that we will experience queues at launch, and I can't deny this makes me very nervous if you're not doing the 5-day head start on the 5th of June. They're trying to take every measure they can to spread out players to reduce the queue times as much as possible. The developers in the AMA confirmed that they are looking into a feature that will allow you to log into another server temporarily from the server browser if your home server is full. I'm going to be honest, this is really concerning, and I'm worried servers will get hammered and we will be playing Queue Simulator for a while. Funcom do plan to launch support for private servers. However, this will not be on launch and will be introduced in a post-launch update. Again, I really wish this was an option to do on launch to avoid the queues, and so that I could have all my community members confirmed on one server. PvP is a really hot topic of Dune, as it's seen as part of the endgame. Now, here is what we know of the Deep Desert. It's 9 times bigger than the Hagen Basin, so it's freaking huge. This is primarily a PvP region for you to battle for spice with other players. However, they have a section that will be for PvE, which was stated by Funcom in their AMA. That is roughly 10% of the deep desert. You can also commission players to enter the deep desert and gather what you need if you're not confident in entering the deep desert yourself. People have said PvE is available and optional, and whilst I partly agree with this, seeing Funcom's directs, AMA, blog posts regarding endgame, it's so obvious that endgame is centered around PvP. If you don't have the money to buy the endgame gear from the marketplace or just get lucky in the 10% deep desert area, you will be missing a ton of content and gear. As a big PvE player myself, it makes me slightly sad, but I do understand at the same time why they've done it. I'm really going to give PvP a try at launch, and I wish you all the best. On launch, there will be factions in Dune Awakening, House Arterdias and Harkonnen. However, Funcom have teased a secret third faction in the game, which you can align yourself to, and you will get a themed build set. What do you think it will be? My bets are Fremen, but Funcom are keeping this very close to their chest. One thing we learned in the AMA is that we can actually betray once per faction, whereas before we believed it was once per character. This is great, as we'll be able to get most of the build pieces from each faction, which is super important for builders of this game. So, what are your thoughts on Dune Awakening? What house are you planning to join? What are you planning to be doing in Dune Awakening? Are you going to be a trader, a builder, explorer, deep desert diver? I think I'm going to mostly be an explorer with a little bit of deep desert diving. And let's be honest, it's going to be a lot of fun with my chaos, and no way am I missing out on all the fun. Well, until next time, friends. Bye!